And here we are finally, the long awaited. This is my first attempt at video game Alright, let's just get started. Yes, I am a multifaceted person with multiple interests. I do not just like stand-up, and I just do not just like crying. I like a third thing. I have been playing video games probably my whole life. I have a weird trajectory as far as how video games go. I had a PlayStation 1. Remember that? I played Crash Bandicoot on that guy. Then we got a PlayStation 2. I played the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man PlayStation 2 games on that guy. And I'm the kind of guy that plays one game obsessively. Because I don't need other games. Out of the whiplash from trying to learn one game and be good at one game. And then you're on to another game? I marry a game until a brutal divorce. But yeah, no, I played the first Spider-Man when that came out on PlayStation 4, and I was obsessed with that game. I'm also a huge Spider-Man fan, obviously. I don't know if you guys saw my short where I said I look like Peter B. Parker, you know, the fat, lazy piece of shit, good-for-nothing Spider-Man. No, but I played the hell out of that until you're done, and then there's not a lot of replay value in that. Then my good buddy got me onto Apex Legends. And that's probably the only Battle Royale first-person shooter I'm playing right now, unless I'm playing with the... What did Lebrowski call us? The Goon Squad?
So you guys are the Tart Squad, and we are the Goon Squad.
The beast-hating, slash-slinging... Yeah, we played Fortnite. But after I had my way with Spider-Man and Apex Legends, I needed a new game. And everybody and the mother's uncle recommended Baldur's Gate to me, because I love D&D, actually, fun fact. But no, let me just get into, my journey through... Baldur's Gate, and then leading up to today. And then if you like the way I talk about Baldur's Gate and just like my vibe, I will be streaming as soon as this video is done. I figured why go to Twitch if I'm barely got my YouTube off the ground. But yeah, no, I started playing Baldur's Gate in January of this year. And then it wasn't until I played a second campaign where it was actually a joint campaign with me and a friend of mine. I say friend of mine, but she's been in a couple of videos. Some people have said she's my girlfriend. Some people have said she's my wife. We are not married. She is not my wife. No, truth be told, we were dating for a while, and then we broke up. We still live together. We're still cordial. She may or may not be playing Baldur's Gate later because our campaign is great. But again, that's just to, get ahead of you guys asking questions later in the stream. We did date. We don't anymore. We're still very good friends and care a lot about each other. That being said, this is a Baldur's Gate video, not a Jake lore video. So let me get back to it. So we started playing this joint campaign, and this was the first character that I really, really gravitated towards as far as the roleplay aspect of the game goes. His name was Dingus, and he was a bard, because I love to yap. He was a cunty bard. Dingus. In my romance in that first game, I romanced Gale. I gave Gale the ability to play the drums as well. So we ended up being a gay country band. We would do that trick where one person would play an instrument and the other person would pickpocket. And her character was named Vivenna. Her first character was a tiefling, and her second character was a drow. She loves apparently playing really hot characters that come with a lot of microaggressions. But, we pretty much played through that entire campaign over the course of about a month or two, maybe 3 months. I didn't subclass because I didn't know how to subclass just yet. But my other characters, I have 3 more to talk about, and they are subclassed. I gotta familiarize myself. What was flip? Instead of doing this part from memory, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and fire up ye old PS5 and just go through my shit in real time. So yeah, we have the adventures of Dingus and Vivenna. That was our first campaign, and we have about 146 hours and 34 minutes of that. That's how long it took us to beat it the first time. My solo campaign that I am currently on Act 3 with, that is a solo amount of 107 hours and 32 minutes of game time in that. What was Flip's deal? Let me go to Flip here. Well, we're going to the Chamber of Courage. A chamber I am not too familiar with. The Chamber of Courage. Is it Courage? Am I getting that wrong? Is my dyslexia acting up? Oh, yes. How could I forget? If Dingus was my cunty country music gay bard, then Flip is my drunk build. So let's go over my drunk build. So there's no real armor, it's all clothing, but the armor that I am currently wearing, while drunk, you have an advantage on Constitution saving throws, and you gain temporary hit points equal to your Constitution modifier at the start of your turn. So if I'm drunk, I'm just more powerful. And I believe you can buy this from somebody at the Nine Fingers when you're doing some of the when you're doing some of Jaheira's quests. This amulet, I think you have to buy at I think you buy this at the Shressa's Caress. If I am drunk, I get more hit points. Again, the more drunk I am, the more health I have. And somewhere in Act 2, I believe this is where you have to drink in front of that big guy, and you either fight him or outsmart him. I've done fights with him, and I've outsmarted him. I've played this game 4 times. So by these powers combined, if I am drunk, I am all too powerful, and this is my drunk build. He's half warlock and half something else, and he's the kind of Eldritch Blast warlock. Some people do that with Will. I basically made Will obsolete in this game because I am Will now, just for the Eldritch Blast. That's another thing when you're drunk. You know, you can go, ah! And they fall down. I believe in this campaign, I have hooked up with Shadowheart. I believe we are on a path to being in a relationship. Shadowheart is polyamorous. Me and Lae'zel were hooking up for a while until Lae'zel said, if you hook up with other people, I will kill you and everybody in your family. And then I said, hey, I think I'm going to stick with Shadowheart. If you guys remember from earlier in the video, when I said I started playing for quite some time before I realized you can do character customization, and I somehow skipped it, that was maybe like 4 or 5 hours worth of campaign that I had abandoned to start that co-campaign. But I did come back to it, and I did realize that you can re-kit your guy at any time. So that guy is called Jakob. When I used to play Skyrim, that was my name when I would play Skyrim. So that was technically my first build here. This guy's on Act 2. This guy's nothing too crazy. I think he's just a rogue sorcerer. Honestly, this campaign is probably my least favorite campaign. There's just not a lot going on. Who am I dating in this one? I think in this one I'm also unfortunately dating Shadowheart. No! I think I'm dating Lae'zel in this one. I don't know. So far I've dated Gale, I've dated Lae'zel, I've dated Shadowheart. And in my current campaign, which is also a co-campaign, that character is named Chaps. And that is the character I am most excited to bring to you. And if you watch my stream later today, you will see us play with Chaps. So Chaps is a monk. Monk subclass with fighter. You know, he's a very punchy boy. I think the last characters I played were very, magical characters. You know, I have the bard, I have the sorcerer, I have the warlock, whatever. I figured this time, let's play with my hands. All the fighters I play are always fun. I love having Karlach on my team, Lae'zel on my team, because you need somebody who can fist fight. So that's why I have the monk. And the monk is a halfling. There is a lot of dialogue in the game that makes fun of him for being a halfling, which I think is hilarious. He's got a sense of humor being a halfling. I'm dating Karlach in this one. And my favorite move, which I have seen other creators do, is they will have their barbarian fighter character basically throw their halfling or their dwarf into the fight. And that is my favorite move to do. In this campaign, our Gale is pretty much obsolete because Yasna, my friend's character, is basically our wizard. So fuck having Gale around for anything. At one game, I married him. In the other game, I have no time for him. So here's one of some of the funny things that while I was working on this video, I was trying to record just random candid moments of things that happened in the game. And I cannot believe I got these moments on camera. I got me and Karlach's first real date where I misclicked. I accidentally opened up with an insult, which is some Andrew Tate bullshit. Bring your vibe down so you can pick it back up. Nah, I'm compliments out the gate. That was a misclick. So there was a campaign. I believe I was dating Gale at the time, where I went to the Shress's Caress, and I did in fact do the foursome. We don't have to tell Gale about it. Don't tell Gale about it. Gale doesn't have to know about it. Okay, relax. I had a weekend. It was fun. But in this game, we'll call her character's name Yasna. So Yasna goes to the Shress's Caress. She's dating Astarion at the time, and Astarion is like, whoa, hey, I don't know if I vibe with that, which was surprising because Astarion is a very flirty character. Apparently, you find out later in the game, spoiler alert, he doesn't fuck much. Okay, that's fine, Astarion. It's no harm, no foul, no big deal, no judgment. But Astarion doesn't mind if you fool around. So what was Yasna's next move? Obviously, it was Halsin. You know why. Halsin was barking up Yasna's tree, and Yasna was barking up Halsin's tree. And they went to the Shress's Caress. And apparently, if you take Halsin to the Shress's Caress, he turns into the bear again. I just let the PlayStation record. I remember it was a bunch of cutscenes. I said, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You play your cutscenes.
We heard tell that you can change into a bear.
I hadn't realized I was that popular. But we must give the people what they want, mustn't we?
And she's screaming from the bedroom, Halsin turned into a bear again! Halsin turned into a bear again! Oh, and I'm so glad I get to present that to you people. Again, why do I have so many hours of this campaign? I think it was for a couple of reasons. I was in a very, transitional place in my life, as stated in Rat Boy Summer. And, my partner at the time, who's still a good close friend who I deeply care about, she was also going through a personal family tragedy, which is terrible and awful. I hate to keep making mental health videos, but, mental health's kind of all around us. So we have way too many hours because we were having way too much fun playing an amazing game And that amazing game kept their spirits up at a time when spirits were low. And so that's one of the reasons why I love video games like this, because they are so immersive. And it's not like games that are immersive just for the sake of, look how big we can make this game. You know, every nook and cranny of this game rocks. Every time I play a new campaign, I make new decisions and new things happen. And that's what's so great about the replay value of this game. You know, that's another thing that I love about stand-up as well. You know, one of the reasons why I got into any form of media that will have me is because there's a distracting element to it. And that can be good and bad. You know, sometimes you're distracted in a bad way. You know, sometimes you're distracted in a way where it's like, hey, no, man, you got to focus on your stuff and you're getting lost in the sauce playing this thing. And that's not good. Like your phone, like video games, like anything, you know, anything can become an addiction. But at the same time, you know, stand-up, it's really hard to get addicted to stand-up. It's like an hour's worth of your time where you can get lost in something. You know, sometimes it is good to get lost in something. My partner, she was a big Brandon Sanderson fan. Hence, you know, if you picked up where her names came from. You know, those books are incredibly immersive, and she's always talking about it, and I was talking about stand-up, and neither of us know what the other one's talking about. But, you know, yeah, we have tons and tons and tons of hours in these games because we were just having a great time. And when vibes were low, you know, vibes got right back up. So if you don't mind, come to the stream tonight. And all we're going to do is we're going to play Baldur's Gate, and we're going to pick up right where our campaign left off. We're in Act 3. We just started doing some of the stuff in that wizard tower. We just did the fight. Now we got to kind of go through the tower and do the puzzles. If you're going to go there to be in chat, be kind, be respectful, be cordial, give us some tips. And I'm going to continue to talk about Baldur's Gate there in that chat. I will be on camera. I will be mic'd. She will be not, because she just wants to play fucking Baldur's Gate. So please direct your questions at me, and I will respond when I can. I have never done a live stream before. So it's going to be very interesting to, you know, troubleshoot with me. So if you'd like to help me work out the kinks, that would be lovely. I also want to thank Cam Nugget and Quintio, not only for the, you know, coverage they did at the beginning of all this, but the help that they've given me to get my streaming stuff off the ground. So thank you, Cam Nugget, and thank you, Quintio, for just being good dudes. There's a handful of things I love talking about, and that's stand-up, politics, and video games. And we're going to talk about video games today. So if you want to talk about video games, then please hop over to the stream, like and subscribe here, and I appreciate you.